always has taught us,
sing a song,
full of the hope and the present that's
brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun.
Let us march on
till victory is won.
Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. We have
come
over a way which the tears have been watered.
We have
Come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, with the white gleam of our bright star is cast.
Glad to be with you all today here at the historic Knott House, where an historic occasion happened on May 20th, 1865, when General McCook rode into Leon County into Tallahassee with his dismounted cavalry unit out of Macon, Georgia, on May 10th to read the Emancipation Proclamation on the steps of this Knott House right here. After reading that Emancipation Proclamation, they went to the Capitol, lowered the Confederate flag, and raised the Union flag, and then making an end to slavery here in the state of Florida. I am president and founder of the 2nd Infantry Regiment, United States Colored Troop, Living History Association, and Reenactment Unit, an affiliate of the John Gilmore Riley Museum and the Florida African American Heritage Preservation Network. Our mission is to preserve, protect, promote, educate, and interpret the accomplishments of the many African Americans and abolitionists that fought to end the tyranny of slavery. We have to remember that slavery did not die by natural clause. We also have to remember that history is not objective, it is definitive. So the facts are facts, events that happen, they're events that happen. Here in Tallahassee in Leon County, the Emancipation was read, and now since that day in 1865, then originally in 1867, organizations here in Leon County started celebrating the Emancipation Proclamation and celebrating up until this day. Many organizations have events that are going on. There's an event that my organization does also. The Emancipation Proclamation transformed the war. It allowed African Americans to fight during the war. It allowed African Americans to bear arms for the Union forces. Frederick Douglass was a great orator and an abolitionist. In his speeches, one where he spoke, he said, "Give a black man the brass U.S. letters upon his chest, eagles on his button, a musket on his shoulder, and bullets in his pocket. There's no one on this earth can deny he has earned the right to citizenship in these United States." It transformed the character of the war and made the United States Colored Troop in May 22nd, 1863 a reality. It changed the character of the war in that sense. Right here in Leon County, the County Commission has made it a holiday on May 20th, 1865, and September 20th they made that a holiday to celebrate emancipation that was taking place right here in Leon County. The city of Tallahassee followed suit and made May 20th a state holiday, a paid holiday. And also the Florida legislature is working to make May 20th a state holiday as well. And well should be, because that is the day that the Floridians got the word, even though it was nearly 2.5 years later, that all slaves were freed, the over 62,000 slaves in the state of Florida. This history is very, very important. And I find myself at many times trying to getting the different organizations, different crowds, and different levels, ages, young and old. And there's something that I usually do with the young kids that bring them into it, because, you know, when you go to schools, and I go to schools, it's kind of they're itchy and etchy, but you bring people into the reality of what it meant. You put them in that place. There was a formal prayer that was done by one of the United States Colored Troops. It's called the Soldier's Prayer. And if I make sure, it said, "Let me live so that when I die, I might have manners, and I shall know what to say when I meet my heavenly Lord. Said, let me live with the musket in one hand and the Bible in the other, so that if I should die at the muzzle of the musket, die in the water or die on the land, I shall know that I had my blessed Jesus in my hand, and I had no fear. That I left my wife and little children in the land of bondage. I hear my little ones cry out every night, where, oh, where is my Father? But when I die, and the blessed morning rises, my feet shall stand in thy glory, bid 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land. And then I shall see my wife and little children once again. Many of the African Americans in the United States colored troop soldiers who actually fought here at the Battle of Natural Bridge in Leon County went to battle not knowing that they would come back home, but they knew that they were fighting for a better life for their families.